guys, what's up? It's me, Percy. So today I told you I was going to teach you how to do an Alice in Wonderland character for today's tutorial, and which I do realize I am saying tutorial wrong. It's tutorial. I got it. Okay. So I'm gonna we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do Alice herself, and let's go ahead and get started. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make a little circle shape right here. Alright. And then you're gonna kind of curve it off to the side and up and over. So we made like a good little dent of a corner down here. Okay, and then what we're gonna do next, I just want to start laying out her body because this image is probably one of my favorite images of her. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna come in here and you're gonna come up right in here, and you're just gonna mime the areas for where her hands are gonna go. So I've got like just some good guidelines. Okay, so I'm gonna come down here, and then I'm gonna come in, straight in, back in here, and you can go ahead and close off this area. It looks like a whale almost to me, not exactly sure. Alright, and then you're gonna what you're gonna do after that, after you have this hand, let's go ahead and jump over this side and figure out how we're gonna place this hand. So you're gonna come down right here, and then you're gonna curve in. Okay, and then you're gonna continue up about right here. I'm gonna start continuing down again, and you're just gonna make, like I said, they're just guidelines. So you're gonna come in right here, in, and then stop, and we'll go ahead and close off this area. And then what we're gonna do is I want to go ahead and at least figure out where her body's going, and just like her arms. So I'm gonna come in right here, and we're gonna curve inward. You're gonna go down, and you're gonna start to come out just a little bit. Okay, then you're gonna come up over here, up over here, up over here, and you're gonna come in, you're gonna connect right here, and keep it fairly skinny because she is a little girl, so she's still pretty small. Okay, after that, what you want to do is you're gonna come in right here from this giant mass of a hand, and you're gonna come down, you're gonna curve in, stop right there. See how I just went down and I made this curvy line right here, and then you're gonna come down from over here, which is gonna go in, and then it's gonna go straight down. Come bring it down all the way down here. Okay, and you're gonna start rounding it off, and you're gonna come up, and we'll just stop there. Then what I want to do is I'm gonna come right here, and then I'm gonna close this off. Okay, right, and then you can go ahead, and we're making this a little bit more boxier, pointier elbow. Okay, then after that we need to figure out where the rest of her body's gonna go, obviously. So we're gonna come over to here, to this hand, and you're gonna come out, and you're gonna go in. Okay, after that you're gonna come over here, you're gonna make another little lump right here, and you're gonna stop right there for now. And then from right here, you're going to start bringing up a line, stop right there, and then you're going to curve inward right here. Okay, go ahead and make these nice, good, solid guidelines. And then right here, since the blue of her sleeve is continuing down, it's just going to continue down right here, stop, and then we got the white of her apron, and it's going to come down right here. You can go through the arm to make sure it's nice and even, just like I did. You can come back in and you can erase it. Okay, and then after that, I'm just gonna go right in here, and I'm gonna cross over this line right here. I'm gonna curve in, and you're gonna go right in here, so we can get rid of the spot to show you exactly what I just did. Okay, then after that, what you're gonna do is you're gonna come down from this part right here and come in. Alright, and then you're gonna go through the arm again just to make sure it's nice and even. You're gonna come up, and then from right here you're gonna go ahead from this part of the middle of her hand, you're gonna just come right down, and and stop there for right now, and then you're going to come back to her collar right here, right? And then what you're going to do is you're going to come over here to this part of her arm, and you're going to chop it off, just a little right there. And you're going to come over to this side. You're going to come up and make a nice round, and then stop right there. And then that's when you're going to come in right here, and it's going to go out, up, and over back this way. Okay, and I won't finish off this side just because her hair is overlapping her shoulder over here. So, okay, now that we have her sleeve, let's go ahead and make this a little bit more rounder, get rid of some of the guidelines. Make it nice and crisp and clear. Okay, then after that, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give her a little bit of, like, they are ruffly sleeves, so I'm just gonna give her a little bit of texture over here. And then I'm gonna come down right here, stop, and then come down from this part of her shoulder and just bring it down. You're gonna come off, and it's just a square kind of a cut, so you're just gonna go square and then square. And of course, this part is blue. I'll go ahead and color in the parts that are blue. Okay. And the rest of her is white. All right, and then we're gonna eventually come back to this part of her apron eventually, because her hair is overlapping her apron. So let's go ahead and start placing her face, and of course eventually her hands. So first, let's go ahead and figure out where our eye guidelines are going to be. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put one right here. Here's the bottom eye line, and then here's our top guideline for her eyes. Okay, so we know that it has to be in here somewhere. Now we need to figure out where the center of her face is going. She's looking off to the side, so I'm thinking our center has to go right down here. Okay, so let's go ahead and fill in these areas. So let's go ahead and start with the left side of her face first. All right, what we're going to do is, here's our middle lines. We need to know that our nose is going to come down. We've got this cheek coming over into this hand, and you're just going to come out a little bit right here, and you're going to start curving inward. Okay, not too drastic, and then you're going to come in right here. I'm just going to go in right there. So we have one line coming up over here, and it's almost going to come off to this, touch the side, just barely, okay? And then you're going to come down right here, and then you're going to come back inside the eye. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and get rid of these guidelines. So then we have her pupil, which is going to be off to the side right here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put that circle right there. And then you have her eyelashes that are kind of coming out just a little bit. Just itty bitty eyelashes. Okay. And not too much of a dark line right here. And then we have her eyelid coming off over here. Okay. And then what you're going to do is you're going to give her a little bit of a shine to her eye, and then color in her pupil. You can shade in her iris because she's got really pretty blue eyes, really dark, deep blue eyes. And of course we got this eyelid coming off from the ridge of our nose, which is right here. And then we have, let's go ahead and we're going to continue upward. Make sure it's nice and round. It's going to come, her head is going to be coming up over here. And then just right up top here, it is a good fair distance away from her eye. You're just gonna go ahead and make a little line right here. She's not too complicated. She's a lot like Wendy. Not complicated at all. Okay, now let's go ahead and figure out where we're going to place her other eye. So we need to go ahead and we're nowhere in this area. Okay. And so, alright, I'm gonna put her eye right here. Okay. And we're just gonna make this curved inward line. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come up top right here, curve downward, and then you're going to curve upward. Okay? after that, what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and give her the other eye, her pupil, iris, whatever. Okay, and then after that, what you're going to do is you're just going to, she has a dark eyelash up here. Too many sketchy marks, so I'm going to get rid of that a little bit. Alright, and then she's got a good solid line right here, not too big. But she does have a good thick eyelash on top. So we'll go ahead and then this will come down. Okay, so we got a couple eyelashes, not too much. It doesn't matter, it just depends how many eyelashes you want to put on your girls. And so then we have a little bit of a shine right here. And of course we've got some pupils. Go ahead and fill in the pupil. Okay, she's got pretty dark blue eyes again. You can make that darker over there. She's just daydreaming, and just give enough little bit of good white space at the bottom. And go ahead and erase that just a bit. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these guidelines. Okay, now what you're gonna do is just gonna come right up here. We're gonna go ahead and put a little eyebrow right here, and once again it's just like a basic little line, nothing too complicated. Very, she's a little girl, nothing too complicated going on at all. For her lips, what you're gonna do is you're gonna come, we're just gonna make a good line right now. So we got a line right here. And it's just going to come up over here, and then we'll give her a little bit of a dimple. And then what's going to go on is we're going to go start coming inward. And you're going to go curve upward right here. Okay, not too big. Come down, and you're going to come right back up. And you're going to curve up and over. Okay. Make that a little bit of a longer line. Dimple right there. Alright, and then what you're going to do is you're going to come down right here, curve downward, over, connect to right there. Okay, and we got a small little dimple right here as well. Go ahead, I'm going to color this in. It's much darker up here. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started on her hair. Okay, so she's got a very large forehead and a very highly raised like hairline going on. Okay, so we need to pick the middle of her head. Of course, we had this line right here that we decided was the middle of her head, so we're going to start her part right here, which is going to go out and back here. And it's going to kind of come right below her eyebrow just a little bit. Go ahead and make that line right there, and it's just this awkward looking hump. So now what we're going to do is you're going to go ahead, and this one will be overlapping this side, and then you're going to start coming inward and start going down right here. Okay, but I want to come back up here, and you're going to go down. So we got this section right here, and it's going to stop. Okay. Then what you're going to do is from right here at this part of her first lump of hair, you're going to come down right here, curve in, up, and over here for right now. And then what you're going to do is let's go ahead and give her ear, because her hair is overlapping her ear over here, and her fingertips are kind of covering up her ear as well. So I'm going to go ahead and give her that line of her ear. And then of course nothing too big, nothing too complicated at all. So I just got a line curving inward to give the indentation of the ear, and I'll give her a more solid line for her head. Okay, and then after that, after we have, of course, the lump of hair coming down, it's gonna come downward. And then of course we've got this hair all back here, but then we've got one major piece falling across her shoulder right here. And then it's going and it's coming down. Okay, we're just gonna stop there for right now. And I'm gonna come back up to this part of her hair. And we've got one little lump like coming over her ear. And this one doesn't have to be too drastic, okay? Now, this is like the section of hair up here that's being blocked off by the ribbon. And the ribbon will start right here. And it's gonna come down and it's gonna come right into this lump of hair right here. So we got one solid black line for right here for right now, okay? All right, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna come to this part right here. You're gonna just kind of come off the top of her ribbon. Okay, you're gonna come down, curve inward, and then you're gonna come out. And this is just gonna come right here, and it's just gonna curve off. It's just gonna curve off right over into her bodice where it's blue right here. Everything, and like I said, it's overlapping right here, so if you want you can go ahead and shade that so we know that it's overlapping over there. And then of course she's got a big black bow on top of her head. So we've got one little, let's just go ahead and put a lump right here coming off into this part of her bangs. And it's gonna curve inward and down. And then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna jump right in the middle right here, and you're gonna make a line. And there's one side of her ribbon, and then I'm just gonna come right over here. I'm gonna go up. We'll go ahead and make that line, this little lump right here. It's a little bit taller than the other side since her head is turned. And then what you can do is it's gonna go up and start coming down, and then this part's gonna come in. And it's gonna go up and down. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna curve inward right here, and then I'm gonna come down. This part's darker right here just to give it a little shading going on. This part's darker, and then this part's darker. Okay, and of course it's a black ribbon, so everything is pretty dark, but just to give it a little bit of definition and some shading, this is the darker part inside right here, just because it's overlapping each other. Let's go ahead and start on her hands. So we've got one little finger coming, so we've got our big masses over here, okay? So this is her hand folding in. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna square this off right here, and then I'm gonna curve up here just to curve into her palm, and then here's one pinky that's coming off over here. And I'm gonna come inward a little bit, and then I've got another finger, you're gonna come off over here. You're gonna come up and over, and then this is just one giant mass right here because we've got two fingers together, so I just went ahead and I'm going to curve inward right here and then curve down, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to divide these two up equally. And then we've got her pointer finger is just kind of tucked away over here, and you can just round that off and start curving inward. Bring down her hand a little bit more right here, and then that's the part of her wrist. And go ahead and make that nice and clean so you can see it. Okay, then after that, let's jump over this side. Nothing too different from this side. It's just got one good, probably about two fingers. So we got the pinky finger showing over here. We're just gonna make a nice good line, and of course it's gonna blend back over here, and then we've got the ring finger that's just barely showing. No big deal. And then you're just gonna come down here, you're gonna round off this area right here. And you come down, and this of course this is her wrist, okay? And you're gonna come in here and you're gonna make a nice good line right here. This could use a little bit of shading, of course, always great room for shading. So there is, of course, a lot of shading you can do with this picture. So, for example, you can go ahead and start dividing up her hair into sections. Like we got one little strand over here, and then we've got a strand coming down all the way over here. And of course, there's a bunch of shading. Even though she has pretty light blonde hair, there's still a lot of great gold shading you could use with colored pencils. And you can go ahead and bring that down here. And you've got hair over here, all kinds of hair everywhere that you can experiment with and everything. Okay, and then we've got, of course, we've got some shading back here since it's hiding behind her ear. You can shade that in with a nice gold color. And of course, we've got like a lot of shading back here. And there's lots of shading that can come up here. Just go ahead and go crazy with it because her hair is falling across her shoulders, so you can go as crazy as you want with her hair. She's got beautiful golden hair like Pansy, and you can just go crazy with it and just divide it up into sections and everything. Okay, and then of course we've got her apron back here that we have overlapped with her hair, and this could be nice and dark since we show that it is being overlapped. Well, there you go, guys. Hope this was a fun and helpful tutorial for you all. It's short, sweet, quick for Alice, and I think we'll go ahead and continue on with the Alice in Wonderland theme, and I'll do Mad Hatter for you next Friday. Love you all. See you next week. Bye!